Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back or welcome to my podcast, Rewire to Inspire. I am your host, Jessie Brown, and I am very excited to be jumping on the microphone with you all for episode number 191. If you missed my last episode, number 190, I shared with you 10 of my biggest lessons from 2023. I'm recording today's episode on December 30th, and I am definitely feeling the excitement for the new year to come ahead. Even though it's 2 days away, it just feels like as soon as January hits, it's like a whole new reality, a whole new world. And it's just a really, really exciting time. And so I am very excited to be jumping on here. If you celebrate Christmas, I hope you had the most tremendous Christmas. I hope your holidays are going amazing. I had this last week off from my 9-to-5 job, and it's honestly just been amazing to take the time to pour into my other businesses, to pour into myself, to pour into my relationship and other relationships in my life. I've been spending more time outside with my dog and just organizing my apartment. And it's just been really great to prepare for this new year to come. And so I don't know about you, but I'm very, very excited. And I felt pulled today to share something that's kind of in tandem with the new year, but something that could really be valuable at any point in time in your life, any point in time throughout the year. If you're watching video, I need to point out, because it's driving me insane, this little schmutz here, I was putting essential oils on, and I knew that I shouldn't have put it in my shirt to put it on my body, but I did, and so it's an oil stain, and I don't know if I can get it out, and it's really bothering me, but it smells super good, and I love this shirt. I just got it, and so I'm like, I'm gonna just pretend that I don't notice, and if someone points it out, I'm just gonna play dumb or tell them to smell it because it smells really good. So not that anybody noticed that, but I definitely did, and I definitely have a very squirrel brain, and when I notice things like that, I like to call them out, because if I'm thinking it, maybe one other person probably is too. So I am aware of it, and it's cool. We're rocking with it. And I'm just super excited and energetic to jump on here. I just finished having a little dance party with myself. One of my new things that I'm trying to do to just spread energy throughout my body and to liven my mood and to just connect with myself and my energy internally is to dance and to move my body and to be weird and just feel that feminine power that is within all of us and let that come out. And so I know that that's something that I've struggled with in the past, and at some points in my life has actually made me feel really icky to move in certain ways. And so I'm just embracing and embarking on a new journey of self-love to a new degree and a new lens than ever before. And so today's episode is in the realm of self-love, and it's really just around, I was going to call it the secret to self-love, but really the preface of this is sometimes you just need to decide that enough is enough. Enough is enough. This time of year in specific, although this is valuable at any time, this time of year in specific, we're hyper-focused on our goals and setting intentions. If you listen to this podcast, this probably is your reality for more than just the month of January. This is probably an extensive thing that you face every 90 days, is setting new goals. But we find ourselves on this hamster wheel infinity cycle of telling yourself you're going to do something week after week, month after month, maybe even year after year. Examples that are the most common are going to the gym. I'm gonna start a new book. I'm gonna, get that relationship out of my life. I'm gonna start saving money. I'm gonna start doing this. I'm gonna stop doing that. We say these big, bold statement goals. I'm going to do this week, or I'd really like to do this, etc. And they're these very big, bold goals. And what happens is we don't do them. Weeks pass by, months pass by, maybe a year has passed by since you set your last January goals, and you're like, I did none of them. The whole preface of this episode is to tell you the importance of saying enough is enough. I was looking through, so I recently downloaded Snapchat again. It's been a little over a month now at this point. And every day, because I like to study and observe what Jessie was doing a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. This goes back like up to 10 years ago, I want to say, sometimes in some cases. And these pictures will pop up and I'm always just like wowed at the contrast between me now and me then. And to me, it's actually very validating and it's very interesting to have that comparison, because it's so easy in our conscious minds to forget about what life was like 5 years ago, even a year ago. Sometimes it's a blur of what life was like, because all we know is our present day reality for the most part. And I was looking back at these old pictures of when I was in Arizona 5 years ago with my family. And I remember this trip so vividly. One, because that was the trip that I found my dog Bailey on Kijiji, and I knew that she was the puppy that I wanted. So that trip very much sticks out for me for that regard. But the second regard is I remember that trip, something in my head just going, enough is enough. I am tired of not looking after my body, not prioritizing my mental health, not prioritizing myself. I had gained almost 50 pounds at this point between my first year of college and at this point. And as much as a lot of areas of my life were really happy and really great, I was tired of getting in my own way with my fitness and with my health. And I remember deciding enough was enough, right? I started to wake up early in the morning before my grandparents were there, my parents were there, my brother was there. And I remember I got up before all of them and I was doing yoga outside by the pool and I was doing workouts and I was being very selective in what I was eating. And I'm like, I just told myself, I need to start small. I had even started an Instagram account about fitness because I needed something to hold me accountable. And I just decided that I was ready to get out of my own way and to start showing up differently. Here's the thing. The secret to getting started and to start feeling good about yourself, the answer is in deciding. Not I want to, I hope to, I might. Decide that you will. Get specific. Instead of generalizing, saying like this week I'm going to go back to the gym, say tomorrow at 5 p.m. I'm going to go to the gym. Set a timer, set a reminder, set your clothes out, set yourself up for success. Whatever it is you need to do to alleviate barriers. It's so easy in the run of a day to allow excuses to take over, to push things to the future so we don't have to deal with them in the moment. Furthermore to that Snapchat, I had a reminder on Facebook come up today of a video that I had taken 2 years ago when I was leaving the gym. And I basically went on the camera and I said, I just left the gym. There was zero part of me that wanted to go to the gym, but I'm so grateful that I did. And I basically said, if anybody wants to be an accountability partner for the year of 2022, let me know. Because again, accountability is huge. When you can have someone that can hold you accountable or have something to hold you accountable. For example, announcing it on the internet that you're going to start a fitness journey, telling your parents, telling your spouse, telling your friends, whatever, hey, I'm going to start doing this. It holds you more accountable because now there's leverage of something to be, put up against. Whereas if it's just your own self, it's a lot easier to let yourself down. But make it specific. If you're tired of getting in your own way, you have to shift what you're doing. As much as it's said all the time, I really want this to land differently than it ever has for you before. You can't keep doing the same things, doing the same steps, telling yourselves the same things, and expecting a different outcome. Once you've decided enough is enough, determination starts to kick in. And when determination starts to kick in, and you start to take action, you then get momentum. Momentum is what we're looking for. Because once you have momentum and you're in flow and you're feeling good and you're in change and you've taken action and something's different, our mind's going, hey, this is different. And it's forced to think differently. It's forced to show up differently. Momentum is the kickstart of changing your life. But it starts backtracking with dedicating and with saying that enough is enough. So before you go and set these goals for yourself, which are fantastic, I am so pro setting goals. But I can guarantee you, if you set a goal this week that you want to accomplish, and then you don't do the necessary actions to do it, come February, you're going to feel worse. You're going to feel worse about yourself. I want you to feel better about yourself. I want you to be proud of yourself and for this to be sustainable. Don't set goals so big that they're unrealistic. Instead of saying, I'm going to lose 100 pounds this year and I'm going to go to the gym every day. No, you're not. No, I'm not saying you're not, but the chances of that happening are so slim because you're not giving yourself any room for adaptation. You're going 0 to 100. Instead, what if you said, I'm going to go to the gym every day for 5 minutes? And then you build from there. Or maybe you start with, I'm going to go to the gym once a week. I'm going to go to the gym twice a week. We need to build. We need to stack. When we start with these massive goals, and I know it's exciting, and in the moment we get really excited, we get amped up, and we get fired up, and we're good, and we're off to the races for like 2 weeks, and then what? We crash. Because our system isn't sustainable. We don't believe that it's possible. That is why it's important to have that determination to say enough is enough. But then a further step to that is, are you then setting yourself up for success? And if you've made the same mistake year after year after year of setting unrealistic goals, I want you to know you're not alone. 85% of people quit their goals come February. In that 31 days, 85% of people stop their goal. That is insane to me. Why? Because we shoot for something that is just not realistic. And for what? What is the point of setting a goal that is unrealistic? Nobody else cares as much as you think they do about your goals, as much as the impact on you. The impact that you have with yourself around those goals is far more important and exceeds anybody's perceptions and thoughts around the goals that you're setting. Your relationship with that is far more important because that affects you and only you. And so I want you to ask yourself, there's a couple questions that I've been contemplating for myself that have been very eye-opening. The first thing I want you to ask yourself is, what in my life is pushing me closer to the dream version of myself? A step back from that, do you even know what the dream version of yourself looks like? What do they look like? What are they doing? What are they experiencing? Who are they with? How do they feel? What is around them? What consumes their life? What consumes their energy? Getting very clear on what you want your life to look like is the first step. We talk about manifesting our goals, manifesting our life, whatever. Manifestation comes from visualization. Things don't just come into you energetically. You have to see them, feel them, believe them, work towards them. And if you're just going on a whim saying, this year I want to lose 50 pounds and be rich, good luck, my friend. And I say that with love. These are the hard truths that nobody talks about. We're pushed to just set these massive goals because it makes us feel like we fit in. Wouldn't you rather actually do something that changes your life uniquely to you of what you want? I say all these things because I've made these mistakes time and time again. And I want this year specifically to be different. Even this last year for me, I struggled with setting goals that I'm like, I shouldn't have set that big of a goal. And I'm not saying don't shoot big, don't shoot for the stars, but maybe it's a 5-year goal, not a 1-year goal. And maybe you get closer than you ever dreamed or imagined in that year, but you don't want to set a goal so big that you feel demolished by the results. You feel set back by where you are. You want to feel inspired. And so what in your life is pushing you closer to that dream version of yourself? Then what in your life is pushing you further away from that dream version of yourself? Have a list. What are the things that I'm like, I need to focus more time, energy, and effort into? And what are the things that I need to invest less time, energy, and effort into? Let this be the year that you stop wasting time on persons, places, things, and ideas that are doing nothing for your life. If it is not feeding you or constructive to your life, it is bleeding your life. And I'm sorry if no one's honest enough with you to tell you that. If it does not constructively impact your life in some way, shape, or form, why is it in your life? Why are you tolerating it? Get it out of your life. You're deserving of so much more than that, and deserving to make space for things that make you feel good and that are in alignment for you. Then I want you to ask yourself, what do I need to shift? What do I need to shift in my life to get those things out or to bring those things in? And I want you to know it's normal for it to be scary. It's normal for it to feel challenging, impossible even. But if it doesn't scare you, is it even really worth it? If it doesn't challenge you, is it even worth it? I know we all have a different relationship with challenging ourselves, but I can promise you that the more you start to challenge yourself, the more you'll love to be challenged, the more you'll love to be pushed. I used to hate getting outside my comfort zone. Now, if I stay inside my comfort zone for too long, I'm just like, I'm bored. I need change. I need something more. When you start to grow and push yourself and see how much more capable you are than you give yourself credit for, the more you're gonna itch and crave to grow and expand who you are. What a great year to start than this year. I know 2023 was very hard for a lot of us. I will be the first to put my hand in the air that this was one of the hardest years of my life. Not all of your years are going to be the same. Some are going to teach you something. Some are going to be rainbows and butterflies and you're going to wish that it could last forever. Some are going to be really hard. Some are going to be healing. But every year inevitably is a chapter of our life. Don't get caught up in all the bad things that happened in 2023 and allow those to leak into 2024. Instead, take a moment to take a step back and ask, what did I learn? What am I taking away? What do I want to leave and what do I want to welcome more of? Let this be such a permission-giving time to pause and shift. Do this again anytime throughout your life, but this is just such a great time and an extra kind of boost to encourage and inspire you to do so because so many people around you are probably doing the same thing. I started this episode by kind of saying the words self-love. I think so much of this is around self-love. And the thing is self-love looks different to all of us. It means something different to all of us. But I truly believe that such a huge component of how I was able to improve my self-love for myself was by beginning to show up for myself. And not showing up for myself for the benefit of other people or for the view or validation of other people, but for the approval of myself. Let this be the year you show up for you. You keep promises to yourself. You do the things that you've been putting off. You work on consistency. You show up when you don't want to. You prove your thoughts wrong and yourself wrong. Each and every one of you listening has the ability to change your life. Taking action and deciding enough is enough truly is the missing ingredient that you must implement to transform your life. I really hope each of you listening knows how incredible you are. And you know how worthy you are of growing in life and expanding and stepping into that version of yourself. I've decided in advance I want to focus this year on being the happiest version of myself. I'm going in with that mentality. I'm gonna focus on the things that I've said forever that I want to do. I've been wanting to focus more on spirituality and reading more and learning an instrument and getting more into yoga for so long. I've decided this is the year excuses go out the window. It's about making a plan to make it happen. Because if you don't, it won't. And here I am a year later and all those same things are on my list and I'm like, damn it, Jessie, what do you need to do to make that happen this year? And I hope that some of my determination can leak onto you and inspire you to do the same thing. Because if I can get to a place where I believe in myself and I feel enough worth to take action in these things, with every ounce of my heart, I hope you know that you can too. I know what it's like to doubt your abilities, doubt that a brighter future exists for you. But it does. But it does have to start with you. And you are so worthy and you are so capable. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I cannot believe that we are 9 episodes away from hitting 200. Mind-blowing, crazy. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for being such a big and important part of my life. I am so grateful that I get to jump on here with you guys twice a week, every week. And I'm just very, very grateful that you guys have been taking the time to reach out, to tune in. It always means the world. If you think that this would help someone, please share this with them. Share it on social media, follow along, comment below, whatever it is. I love engaging with you guys, and I'm just so, so, so grateful. So thank you guys so, so much, and I look forward to chatting with you all on Thursday. Bye, you guys.